Hello, fellow nerds, and welcome to the Nerd Emporium's May Extravaganza episode. It's a big day. Happy Kenobi premiere day. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Happy Friday. Thank goodness. All that good stuff. There's so much to be happy about today. But there are some things that we are going to reflect on. First, my name is Sarah Lydia. You might recognize me from any of our sister shows. We have Nerdy Girls After Dark, Earth's Mightiest Weirdos, Comics in Cinema, Agents of Field, all of which I've had the pleasure of being a guest on. I love all those guys. It's a great network here. Nerd Life Network. It's a podcasting network built by nerds for nerds. And you can find a schedule of those shows on our Instagram at Nerd Life Network or on my Instagram at the Nerd Emporium. Before we dig into the fun stuff, my own moral compass won't let me go any further until I take a moment to acknowledge the collective horror and sadness that we've witnessed as a nation over the last couple of weeks. The last couple of years, but especially these last 2 weeks. As you may know, we just passed the 2-year anniversary of the tragic loss of father, brother, and son George Floyd. We're also coming up on the 6-year anniversary of the Pulse nightclub tragedy in Orlando, Florida. In the last couple of weeks, gunmen have entered into a supermarket in a Black community in Buffalo, New York, a church in Southern California, and most recently, a couple of days ago, just a few miles from where I live, a teenager entered an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. And it's easy to get caught up in asking why these things continue to happen and why pro-life legislators seem to be more preoccupied with their wallets than they do with children. It's easy to lose focus on the task at hand. These horrific and senseless events over the last few weeks remind us of how far we have yet to go when it comes to making real progress in this country. They're a reminder that we have to stay vigilant and united as people against hate, bigotry, racism. We must continue to fight for mental health care in this country, healthcare period, while continuing to raise our voices to our senators and representatives. We must continue to call, write, make our voices heard at the ballot box, not just in major elections, but in the ones that arguably matter most, the ones closest to home, your local, state, and primary elections. Because those are the elections that decide who represents you and who should be representing you, because clearly the ones taking up space in Congress right now are representing no one but themselves. I don't know if y'all saw that video of the reporter confronting Ted Cruz earlier today. Maybe it was yesterday. But Ted Cruz was becoming visibly angry with the reporter. And that's exactly what we need. They need to feel as frustrated as we do. So I'm not here to preach, but I would not be honoring those that we've lost if I don't encourage us all to fight for their memories. I'm not here to debate or argue or condescend. I am here to learn and grow and fight alongside of all of you. So we must continue to listen to one another, really listen, be respectful, show compassion. Because if loving your neighbor is the most important commandment, shouldn't we be trying to do it more often? Just a thought. So if that offends you, I'm very sorry. We do have a link where you can email me your feedback. Just drag your cursor to the top right or left-hand corner of your browser window and click that little red X, and it'll take you right where you need to be. So back to the show. Everyone that's tuned in is like, what am I watching? So a little bit about what exactly this show is. This is the Nerd Emporium May Extravaganza. Welcome, everybody. These episodes are monthly shows where we bring you the absolute best of Nerd Life Network. Like I said, it's a podcast network built for nerds by nerds. The best of the comics and collectibles industry is what we're bringing you. So it's a collaborative celebration episode. It's really fun. It's brought to you by my little online shop called the Nerd Emporium. It's based right here in San Antonio, Texas. It is your one-stop comics and memorabilia shop for all things fandom, film, and fun. And it is a safe space for folks of all persuasions, fandoms, cultures, and backgrounds. So these extravaganza episodes, they're a place for nerds. Yes, they are also a place for visibility and representation and acceptance. So, that said, parents with kids, I've done my best to keep this PG, family friendly. And I think that this is going to be a great thing for the family to watch. So if y'all are ready, because I am, I give you part 1 of our interview with Marvel and DC artist and illustrator, Mr. Joshua Swaby. Without any further ado, our special guest today is one of the greatest comic cover artists of our generation. And I'm not just saying that because he's on my computer screen right now. If you're in the world of comics, you've probably heard his name skyrocket into the stratosphere over the last couple of years, especially. His Black History Month covers for Marvel and DC this past February were phenomenal. His upcoming DC Pride wrap is coming out next month, and it is just stunning. We'll share it on our Instagram for y'all to check out. But right now, today, we are talking with the one and only Mr. Joshua Swaby. Hello. Hey. So how are you doing today, Josh? How's your day been?
Doing good. I just came back from a workout.
Ooh. Very nice.
I try to get this summer body ready. but yeah, I've been, I've worked out. I did also a little bit of work for projects that is upcoming very soon. So yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Well, we will get into that in a moment. I do want to introduce this guy right next to me, Mr. Alex Klein. He is host of one of our sister podcasts, Comics and Cinema, here on Nerd Life Network. How are you, Alex?
Hey, I'm doing great. I think we probably mentioned it earlier, but we do these extravaganza episodes each month. And so it's a good day when you get Sway in May, which is what we'll be doing. But I don't know, based on your workout, I'm wondering if we should change your name to Swole, because
oh my God,
it's possible. Who knows? We'll see. But thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us and talk about us. We're huge fans. I even brought my Thanos Quest cover. Absolutely amazing cover, one of my favorite books.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you're all right, Sarah, I'll get us kicked off with our first question.
Absolutely. Yes, please.
So this is something that Sarah and I had talked about as something we've always been curious about is we see the glitz and the glamour of comic artists and the beautiful work that they do, but that's all we see, right? We don't understand what's going on behind the scenes, or maybe what you've got going on in your life. So I'm curious, what's a day in the life of Sway look like?
It's just regular.
He's human, just like us.
If I'm not doing anything, I'm either watching like stuff on like Netflix or playing, game, or, going outside just to ease my mind out. I'm a very introverted person, so I mostly like to stay home and, be in the comfort of my room. But as I get older and stuff, I try to like branch out and, talk to friends and, meet other new people. So for me to be able to sort of be outside to get some inspiration, and then, you know, come back home and sort of bring that into my artwork. So yeah.
Nice. What
So
games are you
cool.
playing right now?
I just finished one game called Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ooh.
I've heard of that one.
It's sort of like this guy who basically is in Tokyo, and like there's like a supernatural force, and some guy is basically possesses his body, and then he's able to like use powers to like take down these supernatural forces. It's a really good game. It's
That's
very
cool.
different and unique. So yeah.
Nice.
awesome.
Is that PS5 or
Yes,
Xbox?
PS5.
PS5.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. All right, cool. Well, I my first question
Mhm.
is, you've probably gotten this one, but I really want to know,
Mhm.
if you could be any superhero from any comics universe,
Mhm.
who or what would you be and why?
I feel like I'm gonna say Black Widow. I love Black
What?
Widow.
That's my
I
absolute
love
favorite.
I love Black Widow. It's just Black Widow is like one of my favorite. Now
Natasha?
yes. Now the movie,
My guy.
I love that. But
It's okay.
the
Well,
comics,
I'm there.
I
I'm there with
grew
you.
up I grew up with her, and I just love, you know, a cold-hearted like character, but is quite vulnerable, but also, you know, someone who I'm not into so much of, you know, the characters that have like so much powers,
Yeah.
unless they're like supernatural powers like Doctor Strange or Wanda or
Mhm.
Magic. But I'm more into like the, you know, the ones who are trainedly like highly skilled
Mhm.
you know, characters. So Black Widow was always the one that if, you know, if I
Yeah.
ever had her powers, and, you know, just be able to like, you know, travel to the world to, you know, get to a mission, or like talk to like different languages.
Oh yeah.
That would
Oof.
be.
Good answer. Good
Wow.
answer.
Did you
Yes.
pay him to say that, Sarah?
I under the table.
Right?
No, she's, yeah, I to me that's what makes her so special, is
Mhm.
she doesn't have the superpowers and she still chooses to do the right thing and to
Mhm.
do good and
Mhm.
to be great. And she, I
Yeah.
mean, I just, oh, she's, yes, I'm so sad she's gone from the MCU now.
Yeah,
But
I know. I'm still upset how the chosen path that they did to her, but
yeah.
seeing Yolanda, she seeing her becoming the Black Widow, it's like, yes,
The next
definitely
generation.
the next generation. Yeah.
That's a really good way. I know we've kind of talked about that, but I don't think
Mhm.
we've connected those dots yet, that she really is the new Black Widow, because she's
Yeah.
in everything now, and thank goodness too, because she's amazing as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So another question we had, we were curious too, around kind of what drew you to art. Was this something that you've always done, or like what made you say, hey, I think I want to, you know, hey, I think my art's really good and I think I can make a career out of it, or start submitting stuff? You know, what was that path like, and what made you kind of want to become an artist?
It's always been like a goal of mine since I was a kid. My mom, she never knew that I was an artist until like around like later on as a kid. But my sister knew that I was, you know, I had something special, because I always been drawing. I was always drawing everywhere on paper, even like on the walls as a kid. So from there, you know, my mom, as she, you know, kind of realized, she put me into like, you know, an art program elementary school, and then further on, you know, I've been to like a lot of, you know, more art private schools and stuff. And in a way, you know, I've sort of taught myself, because I was always drawing. I always had a sketchbook with me, because I was always very super quiet kid. But my sketchbook was something that, you know, will basically kind of like show my sort of my inner like I guess confidence, or
Huh.
you know, me in general.
Mhm.
So I, you know, it was always a goal of mine to have this as a profession, to do this as a profession, because I've always wanted to do stuff for the entertainment, and I always wanted to make my mark in, you know, the industry. So
Mhm.
That's
And
awesome.
I feel like you're well on your way to doing that
Thank you.
already. I mean,
It's like your superpower, man. I feel like people be saying, I want to be like Sway. That's the hero I want to be like.
So that was Mr. Joshua Swaby. That was the first part of 3 parts that we have for you tonight. He's such a sweet, sweet guy. We had such a blast talking with him. And yeah, like I said, we've still got those 2 more segments for you. So don't change that channel. We finally got a She-Hulk trailer. I don't know if y'all can see. I am repping Jennifer Walters tonight. All I can say is I am pumped for that show. 1. 2, I'm super glad they cleaned up that CGI when they put the trailer up on Disney Plus. Thank goodness. And the new Thor Love and Thunder trailer is perfection. I am good. I don't need to see any more footage from that movie until July 8th. I'm so stoked. Who knew Natalie Portman would be giving us all tickets to the gun show in her 40s? She looks incredible. So does Hemsworthy. I wish I could say the same for Gore, but I'm sure he'll grow on me because Christian Bale is an incredible actor. But next up, we've got Ant-Man, our Anthony Lowry, affectionately referred to as Ant-Man in our little friend group, returning for another Toy Corner, which I'm super excited about. We had a good time talking. We'll be talking about Funko, Lego, Hot Toys, and checking in on our girl Storm from the last Extravaganza episode. You'll recognize her. And even talking a little bit about Star Wars Celebration happening right now in California. I'm traveling there in a few days. I'm so excited to get to see a little bit of that. I only get to see the tail end of it, but at least it's something. I'm super excited. So for all the big kids out there, please enjoy Ant-Man's Toy Corner. You want to give me a countdown?
Yeah, from what? Like 321?
Yes.
320? 319?
Hey, nerds! It is a very special occasion, our second Extravaganza episode with a bunch of great guests. So we will get right to it. Ant-Man has a very special toy corner for us today. And I also have a few goodies that I'm going to bring to the table as well. But before we get into that, Anthony, I and our viewers need to know, how is Storm?
Storm ate 7 granola bars and a half a bag of goldfish while
you were
I was
gone?
at work today. Yeah. Yeah, we have in our pantry, Les has like a shoe organizer, and it's got like all kind of snacks and everything in it. And on the bottom, it's his granola bars, so he can reach them, and Storm can also reach them. So I walk into 7 torn wrappers, granola bars.
She opened the wrappers.
Yes.
With
she
her.
She destroyed the wrappers, and then she
opposable.
ate their granola bars.
Oh my gosh.
She's a monster. She's just a menace.
Still mischievous.
Yes, very
Old
much so.
gal, still mischievous.
Very much.
My kind of girl. Okay, well, what do you have for us today? We're doing Funkos first. That's what we said, right?
Yeah.
You want let's do these guys.
So Friday, we've got the first half of Stranger Things season 4 dropping. So naturally, there's going to be multiple pops, and this is the first wave.
Nice.
So you've basically got everybody in there.
Yeah.
And then I guess, got on board with it last year.
Gotham Knights?
Funko's Funkoween, which they're halfway to Halloween, is when they basically just started, announcing everything that's going to be released. I don't know why Gotham Knights was a part of this. I guess
Okay.
because the game is being released on October 25th. But yeah, I mean, you've got Red Hood, Nightwing, Batgirl,
Yeah.
Robin, and then you've got the 2 exclusives. So I
Nightwing
don't
looks
understand the
awesome.
blacklight. They're really forcing a lot of blacklight pops out.
Yeah, I've
Target
noticed
had
that.
the exclusive Stranger Things ones, and
What's with
uh,
that?
I don't know, not for
I
me.
mean, they're pretty, but
Yeah, it's just have them all or have none of them, and it's
yeah.
to the point where it's impossible to get all of them.
Hey,
Yeah, so with Obi-Wan coming out this Friday, of course they're going to be releasing pops. We got Obi-Wan, we've got Darth Vader, which looks like all the other Darth Vader pops we have out there, and then we have the Seventh Sister.
what is that in her hand? Is that her little weapon? That's cool.
Yeah, that's her lightsaber.
Oh yes,
Yeah, so then
I
it shoots out on
yeah.
both sides, kind of like Darth Maul's does.
That's awesome.
So
Hey.
also going on with their Funkoween is they're releasing a whole bunch of new Disney villains. They've got another line, which it's like a train where they all connect, which is
Okay.
pretty cool. I didn't have that one pictured, but yeah, all the villains are pretty cool. I like when they do these aren't quite movie moments, but they're not just the normal 3-inch pops. They're a little bit of a movie scene, which is pretty cool.
Is it sort of like the shawarma they did with shawarma? The
Yeah, kind of,
vendors?
sort of. It's more just like a train, and then they've got hooks
Oh,
that you
okay.
can hook them together.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got some Hocus
Spirit
Pocus.
exclusive Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
I absolutely despise this movie.
Tell us why.
but-
Tell us why.
I've had to watch it so much. My wife is obsessed with it. Good for her. Everyone's got to have a thing. But yeah, basically, as soon as Freeform does their 31 Nights of Halloween, it is on every single day in my house
I
for
love that
31
movie.
days. So
It's so campy, but it's just a classic at this
the
point.
sequel will be out this
Yes.
September 29th, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
I believe it's the Friday after our meetup trip in Orlando for Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to talk about some Hot Toys. I'm sorry, Sideshow exclusives real quick.
Okay.
And some Hot Toys, mostly Hot Toys, but one exclusive that I really love. They just recently announced this. I think it's for the Star Wars celebration happening right now, or about to happen in California. But this is the life-size replica. It's technically a prop, but you can still put it on your head, so it works. Look how beautiful that is.
That is gorgeous.
It's the Mandalorian helmet, season 2 specifically, as seen on the first episode of season 2. So it's a full-scale 1-to-1 prop replica, fiberglass. It's almost 10 pounds. So it's no, I'm sorry, 8 pounds. 8 pounds. So because fiberglass is pretty light. So it's it's not cheap though. Next up, we have one that I have such mixed feelings about. I feel like if I had enjoyed Doctor Strange 2, sorry guys. If I had enjoyed it, this would be way cooler. But we've got Scarlet Witch. This is the deluxe version. There is also a collector's version that's a little bit cheaper. But this is a 6th scale figure by Hot Toys. It's the movie Masterpiece series, but this is specifically from Multiverse of Madness. So pre-order right now, July through December of 2023 is when it should ship. So you have all that time to make payments. And then we got this one. We got Doctor Strange. This one is not a deluxe series. It's just the collectors. But this one is $335. But you again have until July through December of 2023 to make those payments. I'll do Green Goblin first. Check
Well,
it
that's
out.
gorgeous.
Isn't this beautiful? I knew you'd like that. This one is $375. It's the movie Masterpiece series again. No Way Home. But this one is only $285. And then same, oh no, I'm sorry, April. It releases April through June. So they leave, I say that because they leave space for like any manufacturing delays or hiccups there might be. So it's expected to ship between April of 2023 and June of 2023.
You mean there will be, because everything is delayed
Yes,
forever?
obviously. And then we also have Electro.
Nice.
Same timeline, same price. And then one more. This one, I'm waiting till my next payday to just so I can say that I exercised a little bit of self-control. But this, I showed this last time, but it is beautiful. It's the Moon Knight 6th scale figure by Hot Toys. This is the television Masterpiece series. It's available for pre-order right now, $285. And again, you have till July of 2023 to make those payments. So
It's beautiful.
if you buy all of those, you have a small car payment every month.
So let me figure out when my car is going to be paid off, and then that's when I'll start.
Yeah, exactly. So we have some Lego sets. And again, it is Lego.
Correct.
We do not tolerate any glib.
Where's the Legos at? Well, I don't know where those are at, because I don't know what those are. Yeah, so there's a lot coming out June 1st. There's a lot coming out August 1st, which I'm going to talk about all of them because it never hurts to pre-order Lego.
Yep.
We got Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter from the most recent season of The Mandalorian. And it's got a little BD minifig. It's got a little Grogu.
It's so
Mando
tiny.
with the Darksaber. So
it's so itty bitty.
that'll be a must-have for any Star Wars fans. And then to go along with Obi-Wan coming out this Friday, we've got the Inquisitor Transport.
Nice.
And we've got Obi-Wan and his ship also coming out. So those are both going to be August. I went ahead and got pictures that had the price and the date just to make it a little easier.
Smart.
So, yeah, there you got Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. The little R2 unit. And then the, oh man, I can't remember the name of
the lady.
Yeah.
The gal.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
There's people
either.
out there screaming it. And
Yep.
I'm going to think of it as soon as we finish recording.
Yep.
But I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but I thought this one was actually pretty cool. The Hungarian Horntail Dragon.
No,
and
yeah.
I like, the thing that I like about Lego is to have sets that are almost display pieces, kind of like you were talking about Cap Shield and Mjolnir and Stormbreaker and all that kind of stuff. And this one is definitely a, just build it and then put it on a shelf and then admire it. So I thought this one was pretty cool. There's a ton of Harry Potter stuff coming out. So, I mean, for anybody that's big into Harry Potter, they build these huge Lego cities. You can basically build a scale model of Hogwarts and everything in the wizarding world.
Jalen will like that.
Yeah. This one I just saw today. I Am Groot,
Cute.
little baby Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So it's got its little nameplate there that says I Am Groot, and we've got a little Awesome Mix Volume 2 cassette tape to go along with it. So it's $55. I think it's like just under 500 pieces. So
I love that cassette. That's so cool.
yeah. Then also coming out June, we've got an Man Armory. I believe this is the second set that we've had of the Armory, because I believe there was one that came out, but it was all one layer.
Yeah. Is that Pepper?
Yes.
Okay.
So we got Pepper, and then I'm pretty sure that's Whiplash.
Yep. And the car is taking
And-
strawberries to put.
Yes.
Hey everybody, sorry about that. That's Wi-Fi for you. So that was Anthony's Toy Corner. We're not gonna have time to finish it, but I really appreciate all the time Anthony puts into making all of those spotlights for us. They are they're an excellent part of the show, and I appreciate it. I'm bummed we didn't get to finish it. But next, we've got part 2 of our interview with Josh Swaby. This is probably my favorite part of the interview that we had with him. He gets into the nitty-gritty of what it's like to be a newbie on the comic scene and to have made such a splash like he has, and also what it feels like to be a creator of color, bringing these iconic POC characters to life. So it was just a fantastic conversation. I'm excited to share it with you all. So here you go. Here is part 2 with Joshua Swaby. So talking about the process, like the typical drawing process, submitting art, stuff like that. How much creative license do they give you? Like, do they give you a project that you have to do, or do they say, this is what we're thinking, you conceptualize and you come up with something, and then we'll tell you if you're on the right track?
It goes both ways.
Okay.
Because sometimes, for example, they'll give me a project and for a character, and sometimes they would give me like different projects and see which one do I like, is interested in doing, and I will go from there to be like, okay, I'm interested in doing this cover or this issue or this title. And sometimes, they'll give me like references of what the character design is and everything and stuff. Sometimes I will give the creative freedom to like, say like, hey, can I be able to use this or that. I would say like the one time like I've really asked, to do a character was like Black Cat. I just told them my editors, can I do a Black Cat cover? Because I always had like an idea in mind of doing something of variant of her, and it was like yes, and I was like, thank God.
Is that the pink cover?
Say it again.
Is that the pink cover?
Yes, that's the pink cover. Yes.
I love that one.
Yeah, and I really wanted to do like a sort of like fashion editorial-esque kind of like feeling to it. Very pin-up-y, but also just something that you can see like on Vogue or V magazine. So, and that's something that, I like to continue on with my work in terms of more fashion-oriented, but still, dynamic and stuff. So
yeah,
I think it's so cool though, because those are some of my favorite covers where they're dressed up like that, because it's like a Vogue cover, and how cool is that for a comic character?
Yeah. Your Black History Month covers, you're so good at, like, I'm going off script here, sorry, but you're so good at the angles and like the stances and the eyes and like oh man, it's so good. It's so good. Can you tell me about that Miles Morales cover? The green one?
That Miles Morales cover, I would say this, it was like sudden like moments in doing that cover, because at first, I knew I wanted to do something very dynamic, but I didn't want to do something very typical in terms of like, him, dropping out from a building and there's like a whole bunch of a city and stuff. So I kind of, I didn't really want to do something just like a typical city like kind of, color scheme. So I just took the chance, experimented, and, just threw up colors and just, changed the layer modes and stuff on Photoshop. And from there, once I realized, oh, okay, I guess I want to try this, and I'll go ahead on it. It was a very experimental cover. It was very unexpected, but I knew the route that I wanted to go to, and I wanted to do something different for Miles than any other cover that Miles has gotten. So yeah,
that's awesome.
It worked.
That's so cool. Yeah, it did. Absolutely.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about this, but on the one of your websites for your bios, it talks about some work that you've done for Marvel Studios. I saw on there as well some work for Lucasfilms too. Could you shed any light on what kind of work that was, or what character was you were working on, or what type of drawings you were doing?
So for Marvel Studios, I did stuff for What If.
Cool.
That show. Yes, I did some crowd designs from one episode. It was the episode where T'Challa was Star-Lord.
Oh, cool.
Yes. And then I did a few character designs for their season 2, and I did some early like character designs for X-Men 97.
Wow. Okay. So you're getting some of that behind the scenes that we don't know about what's going on. That's awesome.
So I did some really early stuff. I don't know. Hopefully those designs, when I gave in, hopefully it shows. But either way, I was very happy to get the time to be able to do character designs for the show. And then for Lucasfilm, it was really for for Dr. Alpha.
Awesome.
So I had to do some colors for Dr. Alpha. I am currently doing a cover for The Mandalorian.
Ooh.
The new Mandalorian series that's coming out.
Yeah.
The comic series.
Nice. Yeah. And that's really it for Lucasfilm that I remember. Yeah.
That's cool though. I love Dr. Aphra.
Thank you.
That is very cool. I was talking with Alex earlier about these emotional moments in comics one of the more emotional moments I had last year reading the new United States of Captain America.
Mhm.
As a member of the LGBTQ plus community,
Mhm.
when Aaron Fisher pops up in that series, and he's like this little twink, and he's the new Captain America,
Mhm.
one of them. And it was a really emotional moment for me personally as a member of the community. And I tweeted at Joshua Trujillo about it,
Mhm.
and Christopher Cantwell. And it was just such a big moment. And I'm wondering for you, as a Black man, what is it like to be able to bring such iconic Black characters to life on the page, and then I guess sometimes the screen?
Mhm.
What's that like for you?
Um, Very important.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very happy that I'm living in a time where I'm able to finally, do stuff for Marvel and DC, and able to draw these characters and give them the time and the moment to shine, to give them much more of a spotlight that they don't have as much as before.
Mhm.
So when doing the what's it called, the Black History Month covers, I really, the main thing that I wanted to do was to really make them feel iconic, make them feel something, even though they're old characters, but to remake them and feel that they're new, but there's so much power to them in a
Mhm.
way. So for me, it's just there's always in a way a lack of appearance of these characters, and I really want them to bring out more to show that they are just as important as the regular white characters that you
Mhm.
see. So yeah, that's really the main thing to us, to really to just show identity, and also to show that they're Black, and they're powerful, and they're just as iconic as Captain America or Wonder Woman and stuff. So
Mhm. So that was part 2 of our interview with Joshua Swaby, and those covers are absolutely iconic. Those characters that he brought to life on those covers, like Storm, Miles Morales, Nubia, Monica Rambeau, all of those covers that you're seeing in that video are his work. That one of Sam Wilson and Bucky, I know Jalen commented on that, but it's he really is just a singular talent. But so now I have a very special surprise for all of you. She agreed to come back for an extended interview this month, so I didn't upset her too much last month, it turns out. I won't keep you all in suspense any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, Marsha's back. Ready?
Got that caught on the chair. That's as far up as it goes.
Oh, okay.
My leg is getting caught.
Okay.
Can you start this over
Sure.
right now,
Okay.
or I won't talk?
Okay. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Okay, got it. So, Marsha,
Yes, Sarah.
it's good to see you again.
You see me every day.
Yes, but your fans don't get to see you every day. How do you feel about having fans?
It's okay.
What would you like to say to your fans right now, knowing that they're watching you?
I hope they have a good day.
That's good. That's nice. That's nicer than what you say to me. So we have a quick book recommendation. My cousin Rob wrote this cute little children's book.
Slash adult.
Oh, young adult?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's called Super Penguin. It's about a little guy named Paul who lives in a world where there are no humans and animals have evolved. And then he gets wrapped up in a major crime investigation. So it's really cute. I think, where can you get this? Amazon?
It should be on there right here.
Oh.
Superpenguinbook.com.
Ooh, good call, Marcia. Superpenguinbook.com. So thank you for that, Rob. And he autographed it to me. That's so cute. Okay. So you've had a big month, haven't you? You had Mother's Day. How was your Mother's Day?
It was nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking into the microphone? We got an eye roll, the first eye roll of the day. Well, first eye roll of the recording session, not of the day. Do you want to tell your fans what happened to your foot?
I just have a tendon that's tearing. So
Oh,
I'm in a
no
boot.
big deal.
I'm in a boot. Gonna walk around Disneyland in a boot.
I still want to get her a scooter.
No.
I could push you around in a wheelchair.
No. I'm good.
Let's talk. I know
I have allergies going on. So
Oh, yeah. So let's talk without any further ado about Multiverse of Madness.
to me, it was not a Doctor Strange movie.
Really?
No.
What was it?
Scarlet Witch. And I think the
That's
only
fair.
reason that it's doing so well is because people think it's about Doctor Strange when it's really not.
I think people are excited to see Doctor Strange because they were excited to see where Wanda was going after that TV show, after WandaVision.
Yeah, but she became really evil.
Yeah, but not at the end of WandaVision, right?
No.
So where did her villain turn come from in this movie, do you think?
I think she got a taste of real life with children and a husband and home.
Do you think at the end of WandaVision she had made peace with letting them go?
No. I don't think she ever made peace with it. And it carried over into Doctor Strange.
But she made that 180 really fast. And she made that. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with her making a 180 and becoming a villain. What I have a problem with is that huge villain turn being explained in like 5 lines of dialogue on screen, and everything happened off screen.
Right.
I know that there's been a lot of bummer news recently, so let's move into some positive Marvel things. Did you want to watch She-Hulk again real quick?
No, I'm fine.
What? Oh, wait. So you don't like She-Hulk?
No.
Why don't you like She-Hulk?
I don't know. It just didn't appeal to me.
Mark Ruffalo's in it.
I like Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, you're
He's
always
the
talking
Hulk.
about original Avengers.
Yes.
Original
Yes.
He's in
she
it.
is not.
But he is, and he's in it.
Yeah, I'm glad, because at least I would probably watch it.
Well,
If it was just her, about her, no. Probably not.
well, it is called She-Hulk, so it's probably going to be
90% her.
probably.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you don't even know her yet?
Well, I don't think Captain Marvel went over that well.
You know what? You bring up a good point, Marcia,
Mm-hmm.
because neither did Black Widow.
Well, I think that's their fault.
That's
I
what
think-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think the problem with it's very obvious that they don't put as much effort into the female heroes
Mm-hmm.
as they do the male heroes.
And that's another thing I was thinking about.
We're running out of females.
Well, they could have expanded on Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hill Agent
Yeah,
Hill, director
right.
Maria Hill, is a
Mhm.
fantastic character
Yep.
in the comics.
Yeah.
Sharon Carter,
Yeah.
fantastic character in the comics.
Mm-hmm. So they could have expanded, and I just think they're maybe somebody just gets an idea off the top of their head and they try to go with it.
Just fly by the seat of their pants.
Yeah, it's just you know what they would call females like that, don't you? They would call us scatterbrain.
Oh, yeah.
Or airheads.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've noticed with people who are unhappy with the Star Wars prequels, Kathleen Kennedy gets a lot of flack, but not George Lucas. And he was just as involved in those as she was.
I mean, I saw the first Star Wars when it first came out in 1977, June of 77 in Peoria, Illinois. And your dad and I went. He went to see it, so I went. And I mean, that compared to the latest one that I went to, which was no.
You're talking about The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it doesn't compare.
No. That's a whole other
Yeah.
episode. Marsha is part of how many fandoms? You like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You like Marvel.
Yes.
You like Batman.
Yeah, until they changed him. I didn't care for this
What do you
latest
mean
Batman
changed?
guy.
Oh, the emo hair and the
I didn't care
eyeliner.
for him.
The vampire Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan.
I liked it. I thought it was a great detective comics movie.
Didn't you notice he didn't have a lot to say during the whole movie?
It was very quiet.
That was so strange. A Batman character, and he basically had his mouth shut the whole movie. It was just action.
Yeah. See, I thought you would like that, though. You love
No.
John Wick. And
yeah,
Punisher.
But John Wick talks.
What about Affleck?
No, I'm not a fan.
Not a fan of Ben Affleck either. Okay. Oh, we didn't even talk about the Moon Knight finale. Did you watch?
No. That thing was all over the place.
Let me guess. Not a fan?
Not a fan. Now, I did hear talk of Murdoch coming back.
That's right.
So I hope Foggy and Karen come back too.
Yes.
But they need to get rid of all that language, and Punisher, they really need to clean it up.
Language.
So let me ask you this. She-Hulk. So you're not excited about She-Hulk?
No.
But you know what the subtitle of that show is, right?
No.
Attorney at Law.
So he's going to defend her?
No, she's an attorney.
Oh, she's an attorney.
So
does she have interaction with Matt Murdock?
I don't know. We're going to Disney. Are you going to go to Avengers Campus with me?
I sure am.
Will we see you next month?
Well, I don't know.
You're going to leave us hanging again?
I guess.
You did. You look very nice. You got your little dress
Mm-hmm.
on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get to see the house coat today. Oh, got an eyebrow. Oh, I got two eyebrows. Okay. I better sign off before I get into any more trouble. Your hair looks nice, though.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll see you next month.
All right.
Oh, Marsha. There is no one like Marsha. I love her so much. She is a nerd and a goofball. And what's a good analogy? She's kind of like a coconut. She's all tough on the outside when she needs to be, but it's only to protect what's inside. And that is all the soft, tender sweetness. So, love you, Mommy. Thanks for being on the show. I hope you're not too mad about the house coat comment. Please come back next month. Next segment is the last part of our interview with Joshua Sway. Joshua Swaby, also referred to as Sway. He really started opening up to us here, and I'm bummed we didn't have more time with him. But we did leave the door open for him to come back. So if he ever wants to come back, I hope he does. Please come back, Sway. We love you. So here it is, part 3 with Joshua Swaby.
In thinking about kind of your journey and how you've gotten to where you are right now, this is kind of a dual question, I would say, for those listening out there who may be interested in that same path and wanting to kind of go, what kind of advice would you provide them? But at the same time, I'm always curious of, if you could go back, what kind of advice would you tell yourself about, kind of any advice really, but like, how, what would you say to your younger self or to others out there who are aspiring to be artists? Any tips or thoughts?
I would say don't give up. Always speak your truth. For me, at college and stuff, I was always showing my portfolio and always trying to get work in the industry to always sort of network. And that's what I had to do. For example, when I was in high school, we had majors. So we had like cartooning and illustration stuff. So for cartooning, whenever there was like a con happening, we would go to cons. So New York Comic Con, for example, was like the one place that we like booth. I was able to meet Terry Dotson, one of my like biggest like influence and inspiration, and now we're friends and mentor, and he's also my mentor.
Wow.
From high school.
Awesome.
And I showed him my sketchbook, and from there on he was very impressed. And then as time flew, and I was able to talk to him, I was able to get advice from him. I had to like help him sometimes whenever he would come to New York Comic Con. And I would say just never stop fighting, in a way. Just, there's going to be a time and moment that it's going to happen to you. For me, I was just very lucky, to get in this industry, because, I didn't, once I graduated like around 2020 after, college and stuff, I didn't really know what to do. And with COVID happening, and also with the whole situation with the George Floyd stuff, I was able to show my portfolio, and that's where like, a lot of recognition and acknowledgement happened from there. And I was able to get the dream jobs that I wanted to get.
That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
I do know when it comes to being lucky, though, they always say that it's the harder you work, the luckier you get. So I wouldn't discount the hard work you've done.
Thank you.
Yes, that too. Yeah, because you just graduated in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Crazy. Yes.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm done. So
you got the degree. That's all that matters now.
Yeah. And he's got the jobs. So.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
What are you reading right now that is influencing your work, would you say?
I bought some Nubia issues because since I did the Nubia cover, I've been trying to like get not attached but keep up with like the issues and stuff. So I've been reading a little bit, and it's really good. It's so good to see Nubina finally having the spotlight, because she's always been like sort of like the back burner, and it's always been like Wonder Woman or Wonder Girl, and it's just like the fact that she's able to have her spotlight finally, it feels really good. And also being the queen of is it Amazon? I forgot where
the mascara.
The mascara, yes. So it's really good.
Yeah. And
else?
that's Stephanie Williams, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And she's super great, and it's very funny.
Yeah.
So does Marvel and DC, do they hook you up with issues, or do you have to actually pay for them?
Oh, so sometimes I'll go to the comic shop to buy some issues, but DC will give me issues. Marvel, not really, unless it's Midtown Comics that mostly
cool.
Yeah, they will give me like a couple issues, and and I'll
just
get
two.
You're like, I did this cover.
You know who I
Can you
am,
just
right?
give me
You know
this
what's
comic
funny?
book?
I went to Midtown. I said I did this cover. The one guy was just like, "Huh, okay." And I was just like, "Oh."
He didn't believe you, or
He didn't really believe. I guess he didn't believe me. I was so sad after walking. So anytime I go to like a comic book store, I just buy it, and I'd be like, "All right." I'd be like, hopefully they will recognize me in some way. But you'd be like, "Oh, you guys finally noticed me," but I'm just kidding.
oh
But
gosh,
yeah,
that's
I
crazy.
normally buy the covers, or I just wait for them to come.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe they make Sway pay for his own covers. That's crazy. All right.
It's not the Sway way, but should not be. Okay, so a little selfish on my end, kind of in the cinema vein, in the movie vein. What I'm curious what some of your favorite movies are. I know you said you're watching some stuff right now, so maybe we'll dive into that. But I don't need any rankings. I don't need you struggling if this is your favorite. But what are like 3 movies that you just love that are your favorite movies?
One, Perfect Blue. It's very good. I don't know if you guys heard of
Perfect Bloom.
Perfect Blue.
Oh
I
no,
haven't heard of it.
No, oh, you guys have to watch it. It's an
Okay.
animation, but it's so good. I would say Constantine.
Okay, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yes,
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
I grew up with that movie. I didn't know Constantine at first at all from the DC until that movie, and then I got very disappointed as I realized he was blonde and he didn't have the black the black trench coat and everything. And Silent Hill.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
very cool.
Silent Hill. I watched that movie so many times. It's like my comfort movie. Yes, I put it on, and it will be background TV for me, or like I'll just watch it just to get me to sleep. Even though it's like a horror movie, but it is very comforting. I don't know why.
No judgment. Also, I'm seeing Satoshi Kon, who did Perfect Blue, also did Paprika. Have you seen that one?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I've seen Paprika. I've not seen Perfect Blue, but
you have to watch Perfect Blue.
Yeah, I'm at
that. Is a gorgeous film. And then there's Black Swan. I love Black Swan. I watched Thelma and Louise. Very good.
Yes.
Great variety.
Yes.
Moonlight is very good.
Did you say Moonlight?
Movie person. The Matrix.
Oh.
The Matrix.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What else? I watched so much movies. It's not funny.
No, that's okay,
Me
especially
too.
in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But I do really want to watch that movie called Everything. But what is it?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yes, that's the movie I really want
I
to
saw
see.
that movie last weekend, and it was amazing. You have to check it out.
I need to see it. Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, that's fun.
Well, so we've got one more question for you. I don't know if you've had a chance to think about it, but what is something that you've always wished someone would ask you in an interview? Something you would love to talk about, but you've just never been given the chance?
Not really. I guess I'm always a person.
We asked everything, right?
I think so. Yeah. I would say like pop music or music in general.
Okay. Albums? What albums you're listening to?
Well, right now.
Or your top picks?
I'm listening to one album from Utada Hikaru. I don't know if you guys heard of her. Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, yeah.
So she's the person who does all the theme songs for Kingdom Hearts. So like Simple and Clean.
What? Okay.
Passion. You should
cool.
check her out.
I will.
She has one album that I'm listening to that I really love. And then there's another artist, Charlie XCX.
Yes. Love some Charlie.
Very
XCX.
good. I always keep listening to Chromatica.
It's good. It's so good.
I love Chromatica, especially Alice. I don't know. It's just it's such a good song.
It's stuck in your head so easy.
I know people get annoyed by me whenever I tweet that song. So good. And then also Little Nas X.
Yeah.
This album's really good. Yeah. I'm into music, but yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I like that. Good. All right. Well, where can folks find you? What are your handles on social media, and what's next for you that you want to plug? Anything you want to plug?
I would say next up, I'm working on a board game for Marvel. It's for
Ooh.
Unmatched Games. Yes. I have 3 covers for 3 characters that I'm not 3 characters, but there's one team, 2 characters, but I don't want to announce it yet until it gets
Okay.
reviewed. But you already see them on screen, and you yeah. That's
Ooh,
it.
that's a good tease.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
What else?
Such a fun guy, a fun down to earth guy. We had such a good conversation with Mr. Joshua Swaby. Again, if you want to hear the full interview, our sister podcast, Comics and Cinema, will have that posted tomorrow for you on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, basically wherever you get your podcasts. And if you are interested in finding some of those Sway covers that I was putting on the screen there, if you need help tracking some of those down, reach out. I know a comic shop, funny enough. Up next is our last segment. I know it's the saddest part of the show, saying goodbye to you guys. But we've got a teaser preview of a segment, an interview that I got to do. Just a dream come true. I got to do an interview with Mr. Anthony Francisco, who is he's just a nice guy, but he's also an incredibly talented visual effects artist. I just posted the link to the full interview. That is a separate episode, and I just posted it on our Nerd Life Network channel. There is a link to it in the About section of this video. So after this last segment, feel free to go over there, click that link, and go over there, bookmark it, watch it. Watch it whenever you have time. He's incredible. He was Andy Park's right-hand man for years at Marvel Studios. He was senior visual development artist there. Now he's CEO of his own company and creative director of another company. He's so busy, but he took the time to hang out with us. He worked on a lot of the movies that we know and love, like Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2, Endgame, just to name a few. He's also got some work coming up that we are going to see in Thor Love and Thunder. So watch this sneak peek of my chat with Mr. Anthony Francisco, and then go check out that full interview at the link below. But here it is. I love your background. That's amazing. Drax. Is that a full-size Drax?
I think
cutout?
so. But I also have these guys here.
Oh, you're Hulk. That's awesome.
I know the light, I think, is reflecting on the thing too much. Let me see if I could move it.
That's cool. Are those Hot Toys down there?
Yeah.
Yes.
There.
Nice.
Oh, it's still reflecting.
That's okay. I can hear it. You know what? Hold on. I got
these
this.
Hot Toys. Yes.
There you go.
That's the Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's fun to do. These are actually posters that is at work, and they would throw it away. So I was like, just give it to me.
What? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
absolutely want dibs.
I have a
yes. Oh, that's
some
awesome.
other stuff.
Did they give you a Dora Milaje one?
No, I wish I was able to get that one. I think when the pandemic happened, they were just taking down the Infinity War posters, and
Oh,
I
okay.
had my eyes set on one already
Yeah.
on Okoye, so
Yes.
would have been cool. But I should just try to get one of my artwork and do just a cutout for myself.
Yeah, there you go.
And that would be cool.
Just take matters into your own hands.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. You guys know the stuff I do. You know, we're always in the background. No one knows who we are.
I know. That's kind of why I wanted to get you on here. And I So that one-shot episode is available now. It is officially posted. So click that link before you leave. On that note, I just want to say goodbye. We'll see you next month. Remember to save the date. Friday, June 24th is the next Nerd Emporium Extravaganza episode. That'll be our June episode. Until then, tune in on Sundays for Babu's Frickin' Podcast right here on Nerd Life Network. They are starting back up their episodes over there with Kenobi reviews, episode reviews. And I have to go watch Kenobi right now because I have been busy working on this all day. So now I get to go watch Kenobi finally. I'm so excited. Anyway, Sundays for Babu's Frickin' Podcast, Mondays for Earth's Mightiest Weirdos, Tuesdays for Comics and Cinema, Wednesday, Agents of Field, Thursday, my baby, Nerdy Girls After Dark with all my other girls. So till next time, happy TGIF, happy Ms. Marvel premiere, happy Kenobi premiere day, happy Father's Day. Father's Day is coming up, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there from all of us here at Nerd Life Network. And don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, follow, all that good stuff. Till next time, y'all. Enough said. Peace out and Excelsior.